Ever wondered how an immigrant's journey leads to community leadership and a chance encounter with Mariah Carey? Today, we uncover the inspiring story behind one of South Florida's most dynamic figures.
3, 2, 1. Hey now, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Digital Mayors Podcast.
Yes, welcome.
This is where we spotlight and highlight the people, the businesses, the organizations, and the must-visit places that make South Florida an amazing place to live, work, play, learn, and give.
Why are we laughing so hard to start, Dan?
Yeah, Michael, why are we laughing so hard to
So
start?
for all you fellas at home, as I was doing the intro, my brother, I don't even know what he was doing, with something on the side and doing something, and I got through it though, but barely. So I apologize. Hold on, all right, we're good.
I just want people to understand, by the way, the many times that my brother does that when I read the intro.
Yeah, but that's different. That's me. I mean, come on, bro.
Welcome to the Digital Mayors Podcast.
Yes. Today we have a guest whose journey embodies the American dream. From her roots in Brazil to becoming a community leader here in South Florida, she's an inspiration to many, including us. She's a State Farm insurance agency owner, a good friend, and a powerful force in our community. Please welcome Fernanda Macedo.
Woo! Fernanda, welcome.
That's Fernanda.
Welcome.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, guys.
we're
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we are
Of
so
course.
glad to have you here. Thank you for being here, making some time. And listen, before we dive into Fernanda's story, let's just quickly talk about keeping your property in top shape. At Home Dudes Florida, we offer property clean-out services. So whether you're preparing to sell, handling an estate, or just decluttering, our team handles all the heavy lifting, literally. So you guys don't have to. And if you need that service, call Home Dudes Florida, mention the Digital Mayors Podcast. We will give you 20% off of labor, up to a $250 savings. So just visit homedudesflorida.com or call us at 561-336-1231
Yes.
to book your service today.
Thanks so much. So basically, we're getting called now the dudes and the bros.
The dudes and the
We're
bros.
the dudes and the bros.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Welcome.
Fernanda, so glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just see each other at Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff.
Right.
It's about time
and,
we do some.
and Mother's Day and holidays
some
and
podcast stuff.
every day.
And every other Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All day.
Mm-hmm.
And not, well, for a little while tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Fernanda, your journey from Brazil to owning your own State Farm agency is truly inspiring.
For sure.
Like, your story is crazy. Will you briefly share your story? What motivated you to follow this path and some challenges you faced along the way?
I know that's a big
Yeah.
question because we know your story.
Yes. So I am personal friends with Michael and Dan, and I'm very happy to be here and be able to share my story with anybody listening. So thank you for having me. I moved to the U.S. in 2015. My child was 18 months, and we spent all our money getting to the U.S. And we needed first and last rent and everything to move here, and plane tickets and everything. So when we got here, we ran out of money quickly. And all of a sudden, we didn't have any money to eat. And I needed a job. So I applied for a front desk position in the local State Farm agency. And during the interview, they asked me, what did I know about State Farm? And my answer was nothing, but I promise you, if you call me for a second interview, I'll have a better answer. That did the trick. They called me for a second interview.
Wow.
Awesome.
I haven't heard that part before. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
On the second interview, they asked me if I had reliable transportation.
And?
And I left the interview and I went to Walmart and I bought a bicycle, $85 bicycle, and a child carrier. There was a daycare right across the street. So my kid and I would ride the bike to work and I would drop him off at the daycare. And many days was challenging. This was in August, so many days of rain and whatnot. So sometimes my toddler, I was dropping him off in the daycare and he was all wet. And the other parents were helping me dry him.
Wow.
and
cool.
They were really helping me get my kid dry so he could go to the daycare. And then I would go to work from there. And I started as a receptionist. I really liked the career. I really, really needed the money, so I got licensed. So from front desk, I went to customer service, and then I went to sales. And at some point, they offered me, this was in South Miami,
Okay.
so they offered me a manager position if I were to move to Deerfield Beach.
Wow.
And I took it. So in Deerfield Beach, I was the office manager for a little bit, and then COVID hit, right? And many times people see hard times as hard times, but some people can see opportunity when everything is difficult, right?
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened to me. Some agent didn't want to deal with COVID, they retired, and I took over the business, and I was able to open my doors with my own name,
Cool.
January 2021.
That's amazing,
Yes.
right? I love that.
So freaking cool, right? I mean, it's truly inspiring. For those of you at home, I mean, listen to this. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to talk to you about her journey more, but this shows you, don't let whatever's going on in your life stop you, right? I mean, look what Fernanda overcame. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you are truly a pivotal part of our community, and tons of people look up to you, including us, and just want to say you are awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we admire, we appreciate, and respect. I mean, your story is pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
Right? It's inspiration. Hopefully people listening, like my brother said, will get that little spark. Well, I could do that. You know, let's go. I'm not going to let that stop me. And also the resilience, the ingenuity of, I have reliable transportation.
Yes.
Give me a minute.
And by the way, may I speak for you and say, for those of you listening that are looking to start a career, call Fernanda. She's always looking for great people.
Yes.
Is that okay? Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Only if they're good. Only if they're awesome.
So
Fernanda-esque.
like they're saying, so I'm always looking for people. Right now I have 8 employees.
Awesome.
So my agency is growing. It's really rewarding to be in this community. And I also wanted to add that I opened my doors, I opened my business, then I really hit the American dream by buying a house.
Yes,
Thank
you
you,
did.
Michael and Dan.
Yes.
Of course.
Now the real American dream
Yes.
happened. I have a house. I'm a
Yes.
homeowner.
Love
But
that.
what was the stipulation about that house? Yeah.
Well, first of all, I was not allowed to move too far
Too
from
far from
Michael.
us. That's right. That's right.
So my realtor,
Michael.
he took the map and said, okay, this too far, this too far, this too far. You can live right here. And we found a house right there.
It was perfect.
Perfectly.
Right?
For me.
Great.
I don't know if you like the house. That's not really that important.
By the way, let me just put this out there. Ben, can we edit that out, please? Because I'm pretty sure that's steering or something. Yeah, I'm kidding. We're good. We're good. No, we just love Fernanda and wanted to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that worked out perfectly. My child really, really wanted to go to that school, so the house was perfect for us.
Awesome.
I'm loving it. It's a 7-minute drive for me to work, so thank you so much
Perfect.
for
Right.
finding that house.
Isn't that cool? Listen, we love
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
We love playing a part of that. And you mentioned the community, and you have adopted Boca very well, and Boca has adopted you, right? You, like very well integrated into the community. You're involved. You're on the board of the YMCA with my brother.
You are?
Right? Who
I
knew?
thought you looked familiar. I thought I've seen you at some stuff.
and you're recently involved with the Rotary. Love that. The Boca Chamber, the Hispanic Entrepreneur Initiative. Hey. You're very you're
I think that
very
every time I see it.
Of course,
Sorry.
me too. Hey, girl, hey. But you're very involved in the community. How would you say organizations like the Y, now the Rotary, hey, how would you say they've helped shape your journey and kind of helped you along?
So when I moved here, I mean to the U.S., so 2015, I was living in Cutler Bay, and I had no idea of anything nonprofit related, right? So
Your life felt like a nonprofit, correct?
right, I needed a nonprofit
Yeah.
for sure. So what happened is I ended up getting involved with the business association, wasn't a chamber, and I started volunteering there, and I got some business from there. I didn't know anybody. I had no friends. So from there, I started making friends.
Yep.
So that became quickly clear that this type of business organizations, I would say chambers and why not now, really can help you not only make friends, but your career can move to a different direction if you are involved with business owners and why not. So This really changed my whole perspective. So when I moved to Deerfield, my kid needed swimming lessons, right? And we Googled it and we found the Y, and that's how I found the Y. And when we went to the Y the first time, and I heard that they are able to pick up your child from school, and they have aftercare programs, and they also offer camps for when school is out. I saw this as a great opportunity for me to be able to work and provide for my family if my kid had a place to stay. So that's how I originally got involved with the Y. So today I really like to help raising funds for financial assistance program for other single mothers that might be needing a place for their kids to stay so that they can go to work and provide for their families.
Awesome.
Amazing, right?
I absolutely love it.
And by the way, right, so you learned about the community from a different angle too, right? You learned out of necessity as well, and now you're on the other side helping and making a difference that way. I love that.
To be very sincere, I did not know I could get help. That was never the point. So I was never part of any financial assistance, nothing. I needed a place for my kid to stay. I did not know they had a financial assistance program, so I figured it out. I worked harder. I paid what is due for a normal member without the financial assistance. And now that I know, I think of people in my situation, if they knew, maybe they would have asked for help.
Correct.
So I think it's really important that we spread the word about those programs if people need it.
Yeah, that's
great.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why we do it, is because more people need to know, right? Not everybody knows. Number one, a lot of people, not necessarily pride in a bad way, but have pride and don't want to ask for help. And then to not know that there's help available, so you're not going to go look for help, right? But if it's out there and you just know about it and you're like, I need help, and it's okay.
You know what's crazy? That just made me think, because, I mean, obviously you know my wife very well. She can find like help for anything. And I just thought she should start a business, like helping people like you, right? Because I tell you all the time, she's like, okay, we have to do this, 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 and this. We're going to get $2.12 back.
Well, listen,
and I'm like,
hold on, quickly tell the story about the couponing way back in the beginning.
oh, so are you talking about the food?
Yes.
So my wife was a couponer, and she was great at it. And there was times where we'd go to Publix and we would literally have a $0 bill. It was kind of cool. There was this one time, and I'm the guy who does the shopping, and she always gives me a list. All right, you got to do this, go here, click on this, put in this number, whatever it is. And there was one time where she had me pick up like, I don't know, 50, 80 pounds of cat food.
Yeah.
Cat food. And I called her and I said, hey, can I ask you a quick question? Because she texted me the instructions in the list. I said, are we getting a cat? Right. Because we don't have a cat.
Why do I need 50 pounds of cat food?
But it's free. Right. Well, what I didn't know is she actually had a plan. We ended up donating it to the Humane Society on Boca Rio Drive. But it was the funniest thing. I'm like,
well, I thought she was
cat
going to
food?
put that in your food for sure.
I know business was a little slow for a couple of months, but
We don't need to
we
eat
can
cat
at least
food.
get ramen.
Well, next time I have dinner in your house, I'm going to ask.
Be careful.
if
Is
there's
there cat food in here? We just mix a little in. It makes a little more mass
Yeah.
with the food.
It's tradition.
Oh my God. So I touched on it in the intro, the tease, if you will. What's your story with Mariah Carey?
So, I always tell the story of how I got to the U.S. 2015 and why not. But one story I rarely tell people is that I came here first in 2005. And I was in college, and my best friend, listen, I had no money in college either. I was really, really struggling financially. I barely had money to eat. My college was paid for. I had to live somewhere and eat, right? And my best friend was always sharing her snacks, her lunch with me.
That's sweet.
So she was always helping me. And one day she turned to me and said, hey, why don't you go to the U.S. work in the exchange program? I'm like, yeah, why not? Sure, I'm in. So that's how I ended up here first. So her aunt has a travel agency, and she helped me with everything. But basically, there's zero cost because you work,
Right.
and then you make money and you pay for the trip.
Right.
So I came here 4 times on 3 months basis.
Yeah.
So it was Very intense because when I go back to school, I'm not allowed to miss a single day. So it's like if I break my leg, I still have to drag myself to school. So it's really hard, but it was so rewarding. So what happened is I had a dream. Listen, not everybody has a passion that they can really go believe that they can get, right?
Right.
So this is exactly what happened. I put in my head, oh, I'm going to the U.S. I love Mariah Carey. I'm going to meet Mariah Carey. And nobody could tell me I wasn't going to meet Mariah Carey.
Right.
That was just, I decided.
Big country, by the way.
Yeah.
I decided I was meeting Mariah Carey. So it wasn't just a dream. I made it as a goal. So I planned it, right? So I did a little research and I found out Mariah Carey always spends her Christmas in Aspen. She's been doing this forever. She's still going. So I was like, okay, great. So I'm going to go to Aspen. So I applied for a job in Aspen. It's actually Snowmass, but close enough to Aspen, 15-minute drive or so. And I was like, okay, when it's Christmas time, I'm going to meet Mariah Carey. So I just left my housing and I started walking around the streets around Christmas, and it was freezing. Let me tell you, it was so cold. I did not know where I was going. I was just walking on the streets. And in my head, I was going to meet Mariah Carey, no matter, nobody could tell me otherwise. But I was alone.
Was it a sweet, sweet fantasy, baby?
Total fantasy. I tell you, if you guys were my friends back then, you would have laughed with this goal that I had. So first day, nothing. I was just freezing to death. I went back to housing. I'm like, no, that's okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to meet Mariah Carey. Oh, heck yes, I'm going to meet Mariah Carey. And there I go again. Had a dream. And it was going to happen. When I got off the bus, I walk a little bit. Guys, I swear, I saw a little girl staring at a store, like a fancy store. And there was a little girl staring inside the store. And my heart started pumping. I'm like, that's it. Just this girl looking at this store. And I just had a feeling that was it. So I start shaking and I walk, and oh my God, guess who was inside the store?
The one, the only.
Mariah Carey?
It was Mariah Carey inside the store. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wait right here. I'm not going to go in that fancy store. I was just a teenager. And I just waited, and then she came out, and she went to the next store. And this time I was like, no, I'm going. So I did. So I had a camera. I turned it on, and...
Wait, you had a camera?
I know.
Wow.
This is like...
Our friend Fernanda barely ever has a camera.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I turned on my camera, I walk in the store. I talked to Mariah. I think it was a good 10 minutes. I don't know, but there's a video out there.
Video
so
is.
so I think it's about 10 minutes. So I talked to Mariah Carey for about 10 minutes. Total, like, out of this world. I had this great conversation with Mariah Carey. And then I walk out. I think my life is great, right? Back to normal. Everything is fine. So I'm super excited. I go tell all my friends, and I send them the video. Next thing I know. Ready for this?
Ready?
Yeah. Ben's dying over here.
Apparently, the reporters or whoever found this video and thought Mariah was drunk. And my camera was flipping like crazy. You get dizzy watching it. I told Dan, you're gonna get dizzy if you watch that video. And they thought Mariah Carey was drunk, so they put it on the news everywhere.
Wow.
And think about this. Not everybody had phones, and there was no Instagram and stuff like that. I opened my email. I had thousands of emails of people, of fans, telling me I had to take down this video. And they were like, how could you record her? And it was just like a nightmare. And my life was upside down. I had to delete those millions of emails. And then I took the video down, and I was like, whoa, what did I do?
Right. Wow.
So careful
Well,
what
it's
you
memorable
wish
for her too, I guess, huh?
Right?
I don't think she cared, sincerely.
I think Mariah's doing okay. Yeah. It didn't hurt her very bad.
But that's my story, so I don't tell many people because it was
you just
very
told the world.
traumatic.
So you know.
Mariah Carey fans, be nice to my friend Fernanda.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm so sorry I
was
recorded her.
innocent.
I did not think it was going to be a disaster. I mean, I don't care really.
no.
Today I look back and I'm like, wow, I had a dream. I made a plan.
Yeah.
I made it happen. I was really poor in Brazil. How can a person with
poor kid
zero
from Brazil.
money put in their heads they're going to meet Mariah Carey and they actually do?
Yeah, that's really
I love that. I love that. Right? But listen, that's one of the things that we love about Fernanda is that she has her goals. She sets the goals and she attacks them and,
she does.
and attains them. You're an inspiration. You're really good at what you do. And involved with that, recently you flew to Tallahassee, Florida, with some of the other people of the Boca Chamber. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that like for you?
The chamber has a side of the advocacy for the business owners and whatnot. And going to Tallahassee is super interesting because you get to hear things that are happening there that are affecting us.
Right,
and we are totally oblivious of it. So for me to be in a room with decision makers that are affecting our daily life is extremely interesting.
Yeah.
So if you ever have a chance to go, do that. It's powerful.
I'd like to try and go next year. I don't remember why I didn't go this year. I don't know. Oh, I was at the Inspiration Breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, though. So you're the chair of this really cool event at the YMCA. I think it's called Baila Conmigo.
I think so, too.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the event? What can attendees expect to see when
what's
they
it all
get
about?
there? Where is it? When? What? Who?
So
How?
we have Baila Conmigo, May 3rd, 4 p.m. at the YMCA in Boca Raton. The event is free to attend. Anybody can come. We're going to have bounce houses, live music, food, and amazing time for the whole family. So please join us. And if you're looking to sponsor an event like this, we are raising funds for the financial assistance program for the YMCA that I mentioned earlier. So if there's a single mother out there that needs a place for their kids to stay so they can provide for their families and they cannot afford the programs, that's how we raise money to fund the financial assistance program. So please join us, have fun, and consider sponsoring as well.
Please, yes, please give sponsorships. They need it. Fernanda needs it. The Y needs it. I'm also on the committee to help put this event together. Just so you know, it is not just Latinos invited. Everybody's invited. It's called Baila Conmigo, but it's a dance party for everybody.
Yeah, it's a celebration.
There's going to be some cool surprises. We won't give away any of it today. You'll have to show up to see it.
I don't even know if I know them.
Things we talked about the other day in our meeting. Some cool stuff. I'll be there. It's going to be awesome. Come out.
Is it just you or Dan coming too?
Dan's invited too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm always the plus one.
Maybe Ben will come too. I don't know. Ben, what are you doing May 3rd, 4 to 8 p.m.?
I want to be there.
¿Sabes
I
bailar?
like to dance.
¿Sabes bailar?
Yes, you
Me
do.
gusta.
This guy can dance, by the way.
We've
Ladies,
seen him. The Ben Castro.
we've seen him in action.
Ben does
That's
not
all I'm
play.
going to say. We've seen him in action.
Ben does not play.
Yes.
He's quite the dancer.
Thanks, guys.
So switching, well, again, he's a drummer, right? He's got the rhythm. So switching gears a little bit. We've been out to dinner a whole bunch of times together.
We have.
Locally and far away and everything in between. Locally, do you have a favorite restaurant?
I do. And unfortunately, I had promised Michael that we were going to go there and never happened.
Which one?
So we're going to have to do this.
What restaurant?
Let's do it.
Trattoria. It's right here, right? Palmetto and...
Yeah, right.
Whatever. Yes.
yeah.
Is that where you
You
and I
guys
went to
went.
dinner?
We went together?
you
No,
went-
we
you-
went to Mario Osteria.
Are you sure?
I don't
Yes,
know.
I feel
I'm
like
we
sure.
ate right around here.
Yeah, no. I know the area well.
And we had the carpaccio.
That was Mario.
It was Mario's? Mario Osteria.
Yes.
Is that right?
I think
it was
that's
delicious.
the name. Yes, it was amazing. It was really good, yeah.
Okay.
So doesn't have to be from that restaurant. Is there a particular dish at any restaurant that's like your favorite?
It's from the same place. So they have this crab cake with vodka sauce.
Oh, I'm in. Ben, can you order 4? You can have one too. Order
The three
4.
was just.
Oh, you can literally walk there. So maybe we should.
That sounds really good. By the way, we're going to talk. Can we talk real quickly about Maggiano's? They upped their menu a little bit.
Yeah, they changed a couple
So
things
just yesterday, we got to try their new chicken parmesan.
for the first time, yeah.
Their chicken parm was my favorite thing on the menu. It's even better now.
Yeah.
The sauce is better. They use fresh mozzarella now, fresh basil on top.
Yeah.
I'll have to buy.
Out of
It
this
is.
world.
It
You
is
know
so
what
If you come tonight, maybe I'll get you one.
I know
Yeah.
people.
We'll see.
So I usually buy
Not you,
Maggiano's
Ben.
takeout because they have a deal where you pay a little more and then you get double, portion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I usually get the chicken parm.
That's
So
my favorite.
can't wait
It's
to
so
get
good.
it now.
And their new meatballs too, by the way.
We did get to try them last month.
Yeah.
Their new Wagyu meatballs.
Wagyu beef
Oh.
meatballs.
Approved?
Oh yeah.
Way better. The old ones were really good, and these are way better. Go
Right.
Maggiano's.
Right.
Woo.
Go Maggiano's. And Neek's the man. I love it.
We love that. All right. So
Speaking of Maggiano's,
speaking of Maggiano's, on a completely different note, it's interesting. Fernanda and State Farm helps protect what matters most to people through insurance. And sometimes, even with the best coverage, life throws unexpected curveballs. That kind of happens. And that's when you need someone who's got your back fighting for you when it matters most. And that's exactly why you need to reach out to Leah Charbonnet and her team at Balkin, Patterson, and Charbonnet.
which one is she in that?
She's Charbonnet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She's Leah Charbonnet. Yeah. She's the Charbonnet.
Yeah. So whether it's a car accident, slip and fall, or an injury that wasn't your fault, the legal process can feel overwhelming. That's where Leah Charbonnet steps in. She's a powerhouse personal injury attorney who fights for her clients to get the compensation they deserve.
Exactly. And so if you or someone you know needs solid legal guidance after an accident, don't go it alone. Don't delay. Mike, what do they do?
Call Charbonnet.
Call Leah Charbonnet at 561-750-9191 or visit balkanpatterson.com for more info. And as a special bonus, mention the Digital Mayors podcast. They will give you a free, no obligation consultation.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. They've helped other people that we know, and
Absolutely.
they're just so good. Leah's terrific.
Yep. Now we got a fun segment
Ooh.
here, Dan.
Oh dear.
Oh,
The
is that-
book.
Okay.
Is it that time?
Pass the
Oh.
book, please.
The Book of Awesome.
This is the Book of Awesome. Will you explain it to her, Dan?
So this book is really, it's just a book of cool things, cool thoughts, things that are awesome in life. And so what we're asking you to do is flip to a random page, read the headline in bold at the top, and let us know if it sparks a story, a thought, a memory, something like that. Right?
I'm scared.
You should be
You
scared.
should be. I wish I had drumsticks so I could do a little.
Can I try again?
You can try again. Flip to a
Thank you.
different
That
page.
was terrible.
I'll gotta get some sound effects going for you guys.
I can do it. I'll just do it. Cats.
Orange slices at halftime.
Oh. Does that bring up a memory, a thought, anything for you?
Orange slices.
You can do another one if you want.
One more try?
Yeah, third time's a charm.
more try.
Anything to make them stop singing.
That friendly nod between strangers out doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, I talked to
That's
somebody
better.
about this yesterday.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I have to.
Yeah, listen, well, how about this? I'll tell you what I talked about yesterday. I was talking with Jeff Greenberg, who we know. He has, oh my gosh, the name of his company just fell out of my head. His tagline, he has one of the best taglines in business,
Yes.
branding, not just for cows. He does promotional products and, oh shit, I'll put it in the show notes because I cannot remember the name of Jeff's
Yeah,
company.
having
But
a brain
anyway,
fart.
we were talking.
Promo for you.
Jeff has promo for you, promo stuff for you. But Jeff has a Corvette. And I was talking with him. I used to have a Corvette. And my dad told me when I got it.
I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, you'd like, whatever.
Is he listening now?
He probably is. But he told me when I got it, he says, like, listen, there's like a Corvette club. When you're driving down the road and you see another Corvette, you give the wave. Like Jeeps have it. There are a handful of different kinds of cars that have it, right? So it's that same kind of thing. You're out doing something, the same thing, and you give somebody a nod, right? You ever see that? That ever happen to you?
Often.
What I thought of this when I read it first is how we met. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but I do.
I think I do, but tell me.
I remember when you and I met
We met at the chamber.
at the Boca Chamber breakfast.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
that-
brave.
That's not what I remember.
Walked over to a table.
I thought it was the
Introduced
YMCA.
yourself.
That was the second time I met.
My bad.
Yeah.
But right, the Boca
That's
Chamber
when
breakfast.
we actually talked.
Yeah, at the Y. Yeah.
Yes, at the Y.
I think we still have a picture. It shows up every year on Facebook memories.
That sounds about
The
right.
one picture of us together.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
awesome.
about right. I like that.
So that's good. All right. We're
That's
good.
it? All
That's
right.
good.
That
We'll
was
get the book.
really painful,
We'll get the
just so
book
you
out of
guys
your
know.
hands. Okay.
Thank you.
That's the
Good.
goal.
We like to
listen,
bring pain.
We need to make a little discomfort is not a bad thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, Fernanda, we're going to ask you to grab your phone.
Ooh.
Oh,
We
that's
want
why
you
I
to
had keep it,
show
huh?
the world your lock screen. What's the picture? And what does it mean to you?
Can I?
Yeah, what's the story? Get rid of your
It's
notifications.
so cute. Where that one? Right?
Your camera.
Can you see it?
Oh, Lucas.
I know
Yes.
him.
I know that guy.
So we
Does he
went-
mean something to you?
Maybe the cutie. We went to this museum in New York. Can I show again?
Yep.
And I forgot the show, but it's like a talk show. So they have like a setting of the talk show,
Okay.
and you can literally sit down and pretend you're the
Oh, the
Tonight
talk show host.
yes, the talk show host. This kid, he was maybe 7. He sat down. I have this video. I can share later. He literally sat down and started interviewing me.
Oh, that's so cute.
And the words he said was something like, "How did you become so successful?" And in my head at that point, I wasn't that successful. I was just there, right? And I let him go through with the interview, but that was such a moment when I thought my kid sees me as successful.
supermom.
So
Yeah.
so
That's cool. That's a good reason to keep that picture on your phone.
Right.
That's cool. I love that, right? Jacob, who obviously you know well as well, he says to me sometimes, oh, he's getting older now. He just turned 12, but he used to be like, Daddy, I saw you on Google. I'm like,
That's really cool.
Right.
you have a YouTube channel. Oh my God. Yeah, I saw you have all those videos up there. I'm like, yeah, I'm a big deal. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I have a computer.
I have a free Google, a Gmail account. So it's now time for, you ready? We're going to call this Fernanda's 5. Fernanda's 5. We're going to ask you 5
I
kind
like
of
her face, by the way.
I know, right? The anxiety. 5 kind of quick fire questions. No, not too much pressure.
There's no wrong answers.
Just to,
I
a
already
way to-
got the wrong answer on the book.
No,
We're
you
going to
do.
try this
No,
again.
you did a good job. You did a good job. Mike, you go
Are
first.
you ready? What's a book that has had a significant impact on your life?
7 Habits of the Highly Successful People.
That's a great one.
That's a great book. Anything in particular, or just that stands out?
Yes. So I read this in college. So it's been many, many years.
2
and-
years, 3 years.
right. And they have the Eisenhower, I can say the word, the matrix where you say what's urgent, what's important,
Oh yeah.
what's urgent, not important. And
Yep.
if it's not important, just don't do it. It's not urgent. And I run my life with that. If it's urgent and important, it gets done. If it's important but not urgent, it gets done. Everything else, just get out of your list.
That's why you're so awesome. One of the reasons. One of the many reasons.
I love that. I love that. So, second question: if you could have dinner with any figure out of history,
Not Mariah Carey.
not Mariah Carey.
She wouldn't have dinner with you.
There's the restraining order over. But if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
And it might sound silly, but I was a Spice Girls fan, and I really like Jerry.
Oh yeah,
And
one's Jerry?
she wa-
Jerry Halliwell. She was Baby Spice.
No, the Ginger
Sport?
Spice.
Oh,
Ginger
Ginger.
Spice.
And I this is interesting. This is how I learned English. I never had money for the classes. I wanted to know what the Spice Girls were talking about in their songs, and I started translating and I learned English from their songs. So it means a lot to me.
That's so cool.
I'll tell
I
you
love
what
that.
I want, what I really, really want.
That's really cool.
Hey, look, we have the Spice Girl. Look, we have her up on screen.
There we go. There's Jerry.
There she
yeah,
is.
she means so much just because like it's just an inspiration and wanting or not, I came to the West to work because I could speak the language. Otherwise, they wouldn't
Right.
have hired me, right? So it means a lot to me.
That's really cool.
I love that.
That's so cool. What's one thing on your bucket list that you haven't accomplished yet?
Yet, because you're fortunate. You get to do some cool stuff. You do.
There's this thing with bucket lists. If you keep, checking the boxes, you got to keep adding more.
Yeah, I think because when you do the last one, you die.
Oh,
why.
shoot.
Yeah, the last time you check, that's the last one.
I just write it. Wake up.
Yes.
Wake up. I just cross it out.
It wasn't on my bucket list, but I just added a few podcasts ago. I really want to do the airplane classes, the flying.
Oh yeah, Dave
Yeah,
Cohen
with
at
Dave.
Lynn University.
I want to go up in one of those
Same.
planes. I haven't scheduled it yet. I start sweating just thinking about it, but I think I'm gonna force myself to do it.
Just before we came here, Lydia and I were talking because I saw her at your house. Lydia and I were talking.
What are you doing in his
Don't
house?
ask questions. Don't ask questions. And she wasn't dressed for work. Just saying. Don't ask. She was painting in the garage on her lunch break. I love
Sounds about
Lydia. But she was talking about that she said, you guys should definitely do those flight classes.
think so,
I think
too.
it'll
Yeah,
be fun.
but
Yes.
she wants us to
Yeah, because the insurance is paid. That's why. That's why.
life insurance. Yeah,
You know why? It's 'cause
life
she
insurance
wants-
will pay on that, right?
Yeah,
She
they're
wants to
saying
start-
that, but I know it's not
She's
true.
like, let me do the final check before they go up.
I need to start the vigilance. Okay, so
So it's a bucket list for all of us now?
apparently.
Okay, love it. All right, deal. Let's do it.
So imagine you have all your chores done, you have no errands to run, and it's a day off work. Describe your perfect South Florida day. What would you do?
I do have the beach parking pass.
Yeah.
I love going there. We go fairly quickly. We don't spend the whole day at the beach at all. We just go, we swim, and we have fun, and then we go and we leave, which I think is pretty cool. And my kid and I really like to ride the bike.
Yes, you do.
It's like a symbol for me, so it means a lot. And we like to ride the bike far. So
Sometimes they come to our neighborhood.
That is
Yes.
true. You know what? Maybe
I get the text. You guys home?
but maybe we should, actually put on the books, right? Because we've talked with a handful of people that bike. Like Ben and I have danced around. And you see how I put dance back in there? Danced around, going for a bike ride together on the El Rio Trail. Mark Wigder talked about doing that. Maybe we should just
No, let's just keep talking about
put
it.
in the calendar. Well, let's put it on the bucket list. Just put on the calendar. Just go for a ride.
Okay, go
Have
ahead.
some fun and
Should we
beautiful.
wait?
We should wait.
one of the
Massage first.
massage.
My brother's giving me a problem because I told him I really need a massage. and
Sunday. What
and
day's today?
And I need to see the chiropractor. I need both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a little
Yeah, so
radiating
no-
pain down my arms, and I haven't
I mean,
put it on
listen,
the
it's
schedule
not that big of
yet.
a deal. Go to work.
I'll put it on.
If you weren't in the insurance industry, what career path would you have taken?
Like a different
Jedi
career
mind
path?
Yeah. If you didn't do insurance, what would
Well,
you do?
so let's talk about that for a 2nd I do have a drama degree.
Ooh.
I play in bands in my in college. I was acting and doing all that. So I wanted to be a Spice Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you could still be a Spice Girl.
In my heart, I am.
Yes. And listen, it's almost like you read our outline.
Oh, really?
Almost like you read our outline, Fernanda, because my next question for me, let's dive into your musical side a little bit.
Okay.
So you kicked ass in the Golden Bell Education Battle of the Bands in
Yeah, you did.
2024. You sang, and oh my God, the name of your band just fell out of my head. What's the name of your band?
Boca Ways.
The Boca Ways sang
Since you've
Since
been
You've Been
gone.
Gone, Kelly Clarkson, and you killed it. It was great. Tell us, what was that experience like? What did you get out of it? Was it fun? Do you want to do it again?
I really like to be on stage.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it does feel like I belong there. But there was not the first time that I was on stage in Why Not. And the one thing that I notice is there's, like we have dreams and goals, and that's more like a dream. I don't make plans and want to
Right.
do that. It's fun.
Right.
For sure. And I sing with Dan every time we have a chance.
Right. Whenever there's a
There's
party,
a microphone. We're already singing
we
here.
have a party. There's karaoke, and Fernanda sings. Yeah, we like to sing.
I actually keep the karaoke in my trunk, so just in case.
In case my wife calls you and tells you to stop
Yeah,
by.
time to stop. Time to go.
Fernanda's not only a great bartender, but she's also a great at hosting
Karaoke.
entertainment.
Karaoke host.
Apparently, I get invited to more parties now.
Yeah, with the karaoke machine.
So I love it. It's not a call for me like for life. It's never gonna be. I was right after the Battle of the Bands. I got invited to join a real band, and I just couldn't. I couldn't make the time for it.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't have time for it. I did not make the time for it. It's just.
I get that.
I love being on stage, but I really love insurance.
Well, taking care of people.
Nerd.
Yes, so
I know.
I love going to my office. I love studying, and it's just, yeah. But I could have been a rock
Yeah, a rock star.
star. Yes.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
so cool. So Battle of the Bands is in the books now. What's the most exciting thing going on in your life right now?
You get some cool stuff going on.
That caught me by surprise. I could have thought of that.
That's the point.
You got some cool stuff going on. though.
Yes, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I think that the one thing that right now, my team is doing so well. And I get recognized by my company, and I just really wanted to have more accomplishments in the insurance industry right now. And just just because we're really good at it. I really know what I'm talking about. I'm reading every night. I'm trying to improve my knowledge so I can help more people. And this right now, I just see that as a clear path. I'm gonna hit my 5 years business.
Right, coming up.
Right, coming up, and I really want my business to succeed.
That's awesome.
I love that. And like you're making waves in insurance and in State Farm, but you're doing things in the company to test pilot them before they roll it out to other agents. Like that's really cool that you have enough of a reputation and are influential enough that State Farm, which is not a small company, right? Jake from State Farm, they're asking you, right? He's right there on the desk. Right, there he is. Jake from State Farm.
Is he wearing khakis?
Oh, obviously. What are you wearing? Khakis. But you're making waves. You're doing a lot. What do you attribute it to? Is it that you just, I mean, you're clearly passionate.
Passion, yeah.
Right? That's it. And you find great people for your team, I think.
Yeah, so they made me do a video teaching the 19,000 agents on how to do social media and videos and whatnot. So I think somebody noticed I'm doing a good job. So if you're not following me yet, ask Fernanda FL. And it's, yeah.
I was going to say, Ben, you can throw up the lower third. We can see Ask Fernanda FL, right? But that's it, right? On Instagram, at Ask Fernanda FL.
Yes, and so I'm making somebody's noticing for sure the work I'm doing. So I appreciate that a lot because one in an arm, one in 19,000. So I'm apparently making a difference.
That's
so
cool.
I'm really,
Well, listen,
I'm really proud of that.
We've had classes together. I've asked Fernanda for time to show me, hey, listen, show me how you do that. Like before you go to that event, how do you prepare? Like, because she's doing such a great job.
Yep.
And it's not just,
You're doing well too, buddy.
we're trying, thanks, right? Listen, I'm trying to learn from the best.
Yeah.
But it's not just kind of look at me stuff. It's not about look at me. And it's not look at the cool things I'm doing. It's look at these amazing people I'm connecting with and learning from and what I'm learning about my community and about my job and about my industry so that I can be better for you. Right? That's one of the things my brother and I, we network a lot. Because we have great teams, we're able to do that, just like you. We're able to be out there in the community and be with the movers and shakers and learn and grow so that we're better resources when people reach out to us for something, right? Listen, we were at lunch on Monday with Alana St. John from Rails Jewish Family Services, and she brought a friend that she thought we should meet. Her friend was super nice, happens to be looking for employment. Right there as we sat at the table, we went, oh, well, we should reach out to this guy, and made an introduction. And I think the two of them are going to meet tonight.
Oh, cool.
And made an introduction someplace else. Like, so it's cool. We do that to be able to be that resource.
Yeah.
And you're doing an awesome job. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank
love
you.
that.
Keep it up, kiddo.
Yeah, thank you.
So we'd like to take a moment to highlight a past guest, Dr. Katie Burke, who, can I say this on?
Say it.
I think my kid has a crush on.
Yeah, I think he does.
Jacob, I'm sorry.
I think he might have a crush on Dr. Katie Burke.
She knows his name, by the way.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
She's
She's
so good,
super
Dr. Katie
cute.
Burke.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But she gave him a hug last night at the men's FAU
She
game.
called him by name. Hey, Jacob, and gave him a hug, and he just does that like.
Turned bright red. And,
It's awesome. So anyways, our past guest, Dr. Katie Burke, and the Florida Atlantic Alumni Association. They're doing incredible work with the community and connecting alumni and offering a lot of benefits. And here's something that we didn't know. You don't even need to be an FAU graduate to become part of the Alumni Association. So my brother and I are officially part of the Florida Atlantic Alumni
Go Owls.
Association. Go Owls. For more details and to get involved, visit faualumni.org/join. JOIN.
yeah.
Go
Love
Owls.
that. Go Owls. faualumni.org/join. Fernanda, you've had a great journey. I mean, not that it's over.
I was going to say that. Like, wait a minute.
You were on a great journey, right?
you.
You are.
Yes.
What you've done in the past is amazing, right? It's inspirational because you had the fortitude and the resilience to survive and overcome challenges when a lot of people don't even accept those challenges. They don't even get the opportunity for those challenges. How many times have we talked about this? And I've said on the podcast, Ben can probably count it up, 12,000 times where we've had coaches yell at us, you need to take more action. You're really good at that, at taking action, because the action gets you the next step and the next step. If you had to sum up your best advice for somebody that's watching, that is thinking, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to change my position, I'm looking to get involved with community service, like what would you advise people that are watching and listening to take action and take advantage and make their life better?
I'll give the advice and then a couple of tips. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Right.
I'm going to make notes.
All right. Have you heard that question? How do you eat an elephant?
Yes.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. So just keep biting the elephant one bite at a time. So the tips I have for this is, so like a lot of people are on social media all day. What are you watching? What are you following? Are you following good advice and those business accounts that keep posting things that motivate you, and why not? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm all day and I send to them all the time. So if you put in that type of thought in your head all the time that you can do things and you just got to do it, you will do it. Now, if you're just wasting your time all day and just feeling sorry for yourself, that's all that's going to happen to you. So just change that mindset. Start putting a lot of positive thoughts or good ideas on your social media or whatever you're doing all day. If you're not on social media all day, what are you listening to? Which podcasts and whatnot? Because that message all day in your head, that gets you far.
Yeah.
Because, the one message that I had in my head was the Spice Girls saying, never give up on the good times and things like that. And they are so positive. And the message was in my head all day. And that took me far.
I love that. Listen, we talked about that. Ben has my phone screen, but our buddy Michael Piccoli, he sent, I think it was Mike. Oh no, Josh Kugler sent to us the other day that it killed me, and I put it on my screen. Ben's holding it up. If someone were following you around for a week, would they believe that you're committed to your goals? Right? If somebody followed you around, there you go. If someone followed you around for a week, would they believe that you're serious about your goals? Right? That's it.
I have an answer for that. They wouldn't be able to keep up.
Right. There you go. Listen,
They would get really tired.
They would be tired. They would
Listen, amongst the three of us, holy crap, we do a lot, don't we? A lot.
Right.
Thankfully, a lot of it's
following me.
together.
Yes.
Thank God, a lot of it's together. I
Yes,
get
it's-
jealous. I'm gonna say I don't like the Rotary. They're stealing you from us.
right?
Can you join?
I haven't been invited. I don't know.
I'll invite you.
We have time.
But I'm saying I see these
already
posts. I'm
tired.
like,
I know. Whatever. a little bit the same. I'm like, all right.
But if we still have a second, I'll tell you just a little bit about the Rotary. They help. What we do here local is great, but they're helping internationally. They're helping bring drinkable water to places that people don't have water. It's just like it transcends what we see on a daily basis. And that's what called me. That was the call.
It's a
from
philanthropic
No,
group.
that's awesome.
They do amazing work.
Yeah.
internationally. So
Correct.
that was like wow. So that's why I got involved.
Yeah,
That's
right.
really
I
cool.
mean, we do
I
great.
forgive you.
Yeah.
I forgive you for doing better
I
in
think
this
you should
world.
join.
but again, right?
I'll bring you.
But
as
we
a
do
guest.
great work locally. But there are more issues and there's more need than locally, right? If
Yeah,
we
of
can do
course.
both, we can make a difference at home and we can make a difference someplace else. Like
Yes.
that's make our world a better place.
And so you've already talked about how people can reach you. Is there any other way, or you just want askfernandafl.com, or what do you want?
No, askfernanda.com.
No,
AskFernanda.com, sorry.
askfernanda.com.
AskFernandaFL on Instagram.
My phone is 561-948-3011, and I have at askfernandafl on Instagram. I also have at SF Agent Fernanda on Instagram as well. I do a little bit of a different approach in each of the pages, so you can follow both if you want.
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, me too. Me too. Right, because we're trying to keep positive stuff in our feed.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So, friends, if you found value in this podcast, which how could you not? Right, Fernanda's awesome. She has such a great story. Please do a couple of things. Share this episode because someone will benefit from it, right? Someone's going to benefit from hearing Fernanda's story and what she has accomplished and what she has overcome. And sharing is how we grow. And also, please subscribe to, again, with the hand gestures over here. Two.
Well, first was one.
First was one, second was
Second
two.
one's two.
Subscribe to the podcast, please. And
And if you would please give us a 5-star.
Thank you, Fernanda.
I would love to see the 5-star.
oh, how about this?
Wow.
Competition.
How about this? I believe, if I recall,
can fly. Oh, sorry,
in
go
looking at the stats of most watches or most listens on Spotify and YouTube, I believe that Alana St. John and Leslie Ordonez right now are our 2 highest viewed
Really?
and listened
Ooh,
podcasts.
Is that a competition?
So my friend Fernanda is
No way. Listen, I'll say this. There's no way, Fernanda. She can't accomplish goals.
probably can't.
She's not going to beat that. There's not a
She
chance.
probably can't do
She
that.
won't get us another 50 subscribers and 5-star reviews. Not a chance.
Deal.
Never.
Challenge accepted.
See, yes. Is that called reverse
Bernie.
psychology, or is
That's
it just?
Bernie.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait for it, guys. It's going to be everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. But again, the goal is we just want more people to connect with more great people and more great resources in South Florida. I've been in South Florida now for 23 years. My brother's been for 22 years. And we love where we live. And we love it mostly because of the amazing people we know and the amazing people we've gotten to know. So what we wanted to do is we just wanted to shine a spotlight on those people because more people need to know Fernanda. More people need to know Dave Cohen and Leslie and Alana and Katie, and James. I mean, every single person that we bring on here, maybe even Ben.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe Ben. But really, that's why we do this, is because more people need to know. So please spread the word, because more people need to know these cool people and understand that there are great resources out there for them for anything they want, anything they need, anything they care about, anything they appreciate.
I lost what number we're on. It's 26.
You're
I think
welcome.
we're 26.
20, August 26th? Ben, Ben has the same birthday.
No,
as
that's
me.
awesome, man.
Oh, me too.
Very well
Did you
said.
see my?
I saw. Listen, I saw. You think I didn't notice? So we have a little intake form. We have a little intake Google fillable form for our guests that we ask them to fill out. Just that way we can get a little information and a little background, and we ask for their birthday so that we can celebrate them. Send a little card or something. And in Fernanda's form, my brother pointed out to me, "Did you notice what she put in for her birthday?" I noticed. She put in my birthday. As opposed to her birthday, August 20-something, right? Oh, I know you don't want people to know your birthday.
No.
You deserve to be celebrated.
Fernanda doesn't like to celebrate her birthday.
21st, 20th, 21st.
Probably not even in August.
It is. Sorry, it is.
Not
but
cool.
But anyway, please share the episode, subscribe, 5-star review, and help
a five.
help more people get connected with Fernanda. More people need to be connected with Fernanda for their insurance, for their life, for their philanthropic work.
And their entertainment.
and
Her
their
social
entertainment.
media is awesome.
Your social media is pretty awesome.
Yes. So, everyone, thank you. We just want to say bye for now.
Bye for now. Thanks, everybody. Oh boy. There you go, Ben. Fernando, you're awesome.